I've got my coffee following the same rules for the longest amount of time. It does not give you any validity in what you're saying. Tell me my name, bitch. Harley's Harem. You are gonna slit your wrists if you don't follow our diet. I would advise go to your doctor. So go to a professional, not a 40-year-old man who's seemingly been having sex with young girls in Thailand. I want to have sex all the time. Oh, I've been having sex the longest, so I know the most. And how much you wank, that doesn't make you great at sex. It was forced sterilization by the government because they're like, this person is not allowed to breed. Thank God that he said that, because otherwise, if he hadn't, oh my God, that would have been the worst thing in the world. Yeah, okay, thank fuck he gave some actual advice to a 16-year-old. She effectively just said she has anxiety and depression. And his advice here is, you need to cycle more. Do our diet. And when you're on it, if you don't do this ridiculous amounts of exercise, you will kill yourself. That's the kind of bullshit that you're talking about here. No, you haven't, Harley. No, you haven't. Harley's bullshit level, bullshit monitor, reaching max. Oh my God, that was so horrible. Good morning, everyone. I am doing a part 2 of my previous video, which was about Julia Bohr's getting fat advice from Diddlyroider, and I did a 27-minute video and I only got up to 5 minutes of his horrendous advice. Just utter shit advice from the Diddlyroider, as usual. And I just like, there's no point in doing any more because I've already discredited him so much. However, quite a few people have left comments saying, Dom, you missed the best bits. I was like, the best bits? What do you mean? What do you mean? And seemingly they go on for the next 5 minutes. So here is the part 2. So I'm just going to see where I finished off. I finished off my last video here. Weight loss tips. Only listen to us. Don't listen to anyone else. All those problems that you have are your genetics and not because of the diet advice that you're following with us. And you're an Olympic athlete. Does that make sense? No? Brilliant. So that's kind of where we left it. That's exactly what Diddlyroider's advice was. That was around about the 5:20:23. Now, for me to do this video, I'm going to need a lot of coffee. Oh. But also, let's see what's going on with the relationship just now. So, Mr. Hippo, Mr. Moo, they're sitting together, but if we analyze their body language, however, I think we can brighten myself up a little bit. I've got a lightsaber. Watch this. I'll see if I might use this for my videos to lighten me up. Let's see. Let's see. I can make this brighter. That's really bright. If I put that there, that is. That gives a little bit extra brightness. So yes, let's analyze the Mr. Hippo and the Mr. Moo's body language. They are sitting beside each other, but are they holding hands? Well, their hands are touching. However, there is a slight angle of their body. Mr. Hippo is looking a little bit more towards me. Mr. Moo, the head is towards me, but the body is away. So again, it's about the body language, not just about the head. I think there's a little bit of tension going. Oh! Have you seen what I've just seen? Let's get the lightsaber. I've just seen something. There's a bit of an awkward moment here because I've just found. Mr. Penguin, what are you doing behind Mr. Moo and Mr. Hippo? I think Mr. Penguin is trying to get in on some either relationship advice or is trying to mess things up. So, Mr. Penguin, you're not allowed to interfere with Mr. Hippo and Mr. Moo's really wrong relationship. So, anyway, let's go on here. So let's get serious here. Let's hear what these idiots are saying.
Who? And what female?
Okay, so Diddlyroider. Diddlyroider is at this moment. Julia is just like, why am I fat? Why the frickin' heck am I so fat? She's put on 50 kilograms, and everyone was like, that can't be right. She means 15. No, I've been sent Instagram pictures of her like in 2 years ago, and she was a slim girl, very slim girl, 2 years younger, so she was only like 14, and then I watched a Julia video recently, and she was saying she is 89, 90 kilograms, which is totally believable to say she's gained 50. So she is heavier than me. I'm a fully grown adult male that's 6 foot tall and can deadlift 190 kilograms and overhead press 120. Boom! I was actually 122. I'll put that at the end of the video if you want to see that. So yeah, she's the same weight as me. She's heavier than me. So to say what she was when she was 14, I can easily imagine this is 50 kilograms of body weight that she has gained. And Diddlyroider is trying to say, oh no, it's not your fault. It's because you're amazing and your genetics and you're an Olympic athlete. So throwing in the compliments and making her kind of go, oh yeah, thanks for complimenting me. You know, a compliment to a 16-year-old girl is worth its weight in gold, which isn't much because it doesn't weigh anything. So it's very valuable. That's the best way to describe it. Okay, so let's go back to the chat, because this is where it goes downhill. We've had my chat. We've found out what the relationship advice going on here. We've sorted out Mr. Penguin. I've got my coffee. Time for the conversation to go downhill now.
Listen to fucking anyone else but us, Julia. You listen to me, listen to Freely, everyone else is white noise.
But they are people from this community.
Doesn't matter. You listen to the directors.
Brilliant. So, Diddlyroider there at that point is just trying to say, don't listen to anyone else. Just listen to me and Freely. And she's like, yeah, but it's the people which are in the community that are outside with us are telling me not to listen to you because you're an idiot, obviously. And he's like, no, don't listen to them. Listen to me only.
The king and queen, you know.
He then refers to himself the king and queen. Yeah. Oh, you mean the... I think he even describes Freely as burnt out. So the burnt out fake tits queen, and what are you? The fake teeth ex-drug addict king. Let's go for that. Ex? Really? Actually, how can you call him ex when he is still taking drugs? He's like, oh, I need steroids for like my teeth surgery. Yeah, that helps. Yeah, you're taking drugs. Does that mean you're an ex-drug addict? I don't know.
Results.
You listen to the Greyhounds.
They got the results too. I mean, they're slim, just looking like.
Yeah, but who?
So they're. If you couldn't hear that, she's like, yeah, but they're slim too, and they're telling me not to listen to you. So Julia is actually coming out of. I think she's waking up. She's kind of going, oh no, this is. Hold on, I'm going to do some steepling. Oh no, this is not great advice. And I think Julia here is realizing that Diddlyroider doesn't really have much to back himself up on.
Who's been doing it longest?
Brilliant, that's the best example. So to prove that this diet's the best, only listen to me because I've been doing it the longest. Right, okay, so there's no other factors of whether somebody knows more than you, whether it is only because you've been doing it longest. I know people who have been playing tennis for 25 years and they're still shit at it. To say that you're skinny because you've been doing a diet for the longest means that means something. No, that literally means nothing. That just means you've been following the same rules for the longest amount of time. It does not give you any validity in what you're saying.
Who? And what female longest? There you go.
So he's just gagging to hear her say his name and Freely's name. It's like, tell me my name, bitch. You now tell me my bitch's name. Freely. Oh yeah, that's good. Let's see where he goes from here.
You don't fuck around. You don't
So
question.
the refined sugar is not
you
like
do
you. I don't need to cut out the refined sugar.
No, just need to add.
So she puts in a fantastic factual question. So you're saying I don't need to cut out the refined sugar, which Julia is seemingly consuming thousands of calories a day of refined sugar, which I would say is fine if you're doing it while you're cycling up a hill and you're drinking a bottle of Lucozade kind of stuff. But I'm not sure she's quite there yet, even though she is at the Thai Bike Fruit Hydrating Spiders Festival. I would advise her on a more of a whole foods diet. Even if you want to go raw vegan, go for that. But I would say go for more like a whole foods rather than just refined carbs. And Harley's just like, fuck yeah, I need to give this girl a little bit of actual advice here. Let's hear that.
Sugar is not like you. I don't need to cut out the refined sugar.
No, just need to add it to whole foods.
Ah yes.
You know, just sitting around eating. You just need to move your body.
Yeah.
so then instead of giving any diet advice, they're just like, whole foods, and you need to move your body. You're like, okay, but about the diet here, Harley. Can we go back to the diet? You're telling me it's okay to just eat as much refined sugar as you want. Yeah, as long as you move your body. Okay, but the diet. Can we talk about any way about the diet?
It's not sugar. The issue is you got to go out there and do some shit.
So, which is terrible. If you are in some way an invalid, some way physically disabled, and you're not able to do the amount or the intensity or the regularity of the exercise, then it's pretty much impossible to lose weight. I think he later goes on to say, he tells her, like, have you got any excuses? What's your excuses? Do you have a job? No. Do you have kids? No. Do you have a physical disability? No. So pretty much your diet doesn't work for people who have jobs, who have physical disabilities, or who have children. So those things, so that's pretty much, you've only got teenage girls. Wow, let's bring your harem, Harley. Harley's harem.
Thailand, you got all day to work, you got all day to train, you got all day to rest. You need to be doing that instead of staying up late at night worrying about fucking what someone said on the internet. If your goal is to be lean as fuck and look like Freely by the time you're 20.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you want to be like 180 kilos, manic, fucking slitting your wrist, cutting yourself, then keep doing what you're doing.
So there's also the next part of manipulation is, if you don't do what we say you're going to do, terrible things are going to happen to you. So there he's like, if you don't follow our diet, you're going to be 180 kilograms, manic, and you are going to slit your wrists if you don't follow our diet. Listen to me. Who do you trust? Who do you trust? Just listen to me. Nobody else. You know, a lot of other people are just kind of saying, yeah, just stop listening to him. I think Julia, what was Julia's reaction? Let's do a little bit of body language analysis there of Julia's reaction to that. She seems to be smiling, but I wonder if it's like, this is awkward because you're pretty much telling me I'm going to kill myself if I don't do exactly what you say. I think this is like smiling through awkwardness.
Is to be lean as fuck and look like Freely by the time you're 20.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you want to be like 180 kilos, manic, fucking slitting your wrist, cutting yourself, then keep doing what you're doing.
So,
no, she wasn't smiling, actually. She was just like, yeah, I don't want to be there. Could you not say that that's what I'm going to be like? Can you not envisage me? Can you not do future analysis of what you think I'm going to be like? Thanks a lot there, Diddlyroider. Okay, so yeah, I don't want to be there. And she's like instantly just like, okay, let's get on to the next question, or go back to, can we go to the diet again, please?
the next question would be about contraception, and I know that you...
Right, okay, this is a bit, I don't know what's happening here. She's asking about contraception. 16-year-old girls asking about contraception. I would advise, go to your doctor. Or if your school has some form of sex health professional, go speak to them. So go to a professional, not a 40-year-old man who's seemingly been having sex with young girls in Thailand. In Thailand, brilliant. I would go for a more professional advice, or even somebody just in your own age group, your own peer group. Maybe somebody just a couple of years older than you that have gone through maybe the same bodily changes that you're going through at your time. So at 16 years old, I would say, yeah, one of the biggest scares and dangers of having a 16-year-old body is you're like, I want to have sex all the time. Oh, like a penguin. I want to have sex like a penguin. Right, Mr. Penguin, you can go back there. You've had your time out. You two. Best relationship. Cuddle, arms round. There you go. Notice the body language there. Mr. Moo is on top of Mr. Hippo. I think Mr. Moo wants to be the dominant one in this relationship, and Mr. Hippo is just like steely stare. So I think it's like overcompensating Mr. Moo. I think there's an imbalance in the relationship going on. So about 16-year-olds asking for contraception. Yeah, the biggest danger, biggest fear, the biggest like, oh, I fucked my life up is if you're 16 and you end up being pregnant. If you find out very quickly, you can quickly go down to the chemist and ask for the morning after pill, which can last, get me right here, I think it can almost be working up to a month after the sex. Maybe 3 weeks. Double check me on that one. The morning after pill. However, it loses its ability to, it loses its certainty the longer you wait until you have it. But effectively, I'm sure it's not a case of, the morning after pill is like, if you have it the morning after you've had sex, that's like 99% sure that it will screw up your hormones so that you do not get pregnant. If you have it like a week after, it's like 60% or something like that. Double. Somebody else, go to a fucking professional that will tell you exactly what that's telling you there. But yeah, generally, again, condoms would be the number one thing to advise. To get your boyfriend to do it, or your sex partner. Might not even be a boyfriend, it might just be sex. Again, lots of boys will be like, I don't like condoms, because they can't get it up with a condom on. Suddenly you put a condom on, and a lot of boys are, I'll say boys, because they're going to be, well, unless you're going with 40-year-old men, a lot of boys are just like, can't feel anything, this isn't working, so they're just like, nothing's happening, and then they get floppy, so they're just like, I don't like condoms, I want to have sex without condoms. So there are other things you can do. There's, what's it called, the Dutch cap? Lots of other things there. However, I would 100%, if you are interested in being if you are fully sexually active and you have people that you're being sexually active with, don't just necessarily think it's just condoms. There are other options. However, don't also just think, oh, it's just about pregnancy. There are also things called STDs, sexually transmitted diseases. So I'm going on a rant, everyone. I'll get back to the ripping the piss out of this in a minute. But this is a serious point. Sex, even as like, what can happen is you can be a 15-year-old boy that goes to a festival, has a sexual encounter at a festival with a girl or something like that, and then you're like, hey, I just had sex, and then even though you're only 15, you then go to Thailand and meet a 16-year-old girl, have sex with her, she's like, oh, he's only 15, you can't have any STDs. That 15-year-old boy could be riddled with STDs from the one sexual interaction he had with some girl at a festival. Or even if you like festival toilets. Oh my god, you know what? Like, I think I went into one once, and then I was like, I'm only going to eat cheese before I go to any music festival, so I never have to take a shit in that place. Like, if you sit on a toilet at a music festival, you can get STDs. That may be bollocks, but it's what I believe. And as I say, only listen to me, only believe me, trust me. Who's been doing it the longest? Me. Whatever that means. Wow. I've been having sex the longest, so I know the most. Right, so let's hear what's Harley's advice. Instead of seek out professional advice, think about STDs, not just pregnancy, and be careful. And also, one of the main point I would say is if you're 16 and you're going to have sex, please try and have sex with somebody that you are in a relationship with, that you have close feelings to, and that you will develop your sex life with. If you're a virgin, I would say your first sexual experience, try and have that with somebody. Don't have it as a one night stand. Don't have it from some girl in a nightclub. Best thing about sex, the first couple of times, or the first time, is that it's pretty rubbish. A lot of guys will be going, I have more pleasure having a wank. And girls will be going, that was uncomfortable. Dude, did we do this again? So the best thing about having sex at the start is to then afterwards go, why should we try this again? Because we need to get better at this. Because like, no matter how much porn you watch and how much you wank, that doesn't make you great at sex. So yeah, the best thing is do it while you're in a relationship, so you can talk about things. So if shit hits the fan, you can go as a couple to the chemist to ask for the morning after pill, and so you can, as adults, talk about sexual contraception stuff. What am I trying to say? As adults, you can talk about which contraception should be best and how you deal with it and all that kind of stuff. And like, you know, even if your boyfriend then goes, oh, I can't have sex with a condom, then you can talk about options together as a couple rather than just as a random person. So have sex in a good relationship, that not like a week later you break up and then you go, oh, I really regret that. Oh no, what have I done? And then they're like sending sex texts to other people. Oh, that would be a disaster. Okay, whoa, let's get on with the fucking show, people.
But vasectomies. But I am, for example, 16, and I don't reckon that I will have a stable boyfriend for example.
And you don't need one. You don't need a boyfriend.
I mean.
So she's like, so that's quite sad. She's like, I don't think I'm going to have a stable boyfriend. That's instantly showing a level of self-doubt and self-esteem drop. She's like, I'm not going to have a stable boyfriend, which is a legitimate worry for 16-year-old girls. You're like, oh, what am I going to do? If you don't have a boyfriend now, you may be like, I don't know, you know, you feel pretty bad. Harley here is like, what do you need one for? Doesn't matter. Just have sex. It's just, it doesn't matter. You don't need one.
Reckon that I will have a stable boyfriend for example.
And you don't need one. You don't need a boyfriend.
I mean, but if
Fine.
So you don't need a boyfriend. Just go fuck everything that you see. Hey, Harley.
Oh.
If I find a boyfriend, I'm not sure if I will stay for him with the rest of my life, and I don't want to get like 5 boyfriends in 5 years, every single one of a vasectomy, because that's like
population control.
Maybe they don't want to do that for like such a short time. What would you recommend to get tubes? Because I know that tying your tubes can mess up your hormones.
Yeah,
because we had 2 kids.
Whoa, tying your tubes. What the fuck is that? Is that the female vasectomy kind of thing? Tying your tubes? I haven't heard of that. That must be a new thing for new kids on the block.
I mean, tubal ligation for women.
Because we have 2 cats.
More complicated.
And
vasectomies. Guys get vasectomies.
we tie their tubes, and the cats gain weight.
Yeah.
Like, they gain weight very easily after getting
tubal ligation is not good.
So again, she's like, if I get the female tubulation, whatever the fuck that is, she's like, yeah, I could gain more weight. At her current body weight level, I'd be like, you don't want to gain any more weight because you're already at unhealthy levels of body fat, which are showing in your blood tests already. So that's a fact. Harley here has no answer and is just like, yeah, get all your boyfriends to have vasectomies. Yeah, because that works on one night stands. That works on, oh, I've just met this guy in Thailand. Oh, he's really hot. He wants to have sex with me. Yeah. Excuse me, can you have a vasectomy, please? Yep, I'm not. Yeah, we might both be drunk and having a lot of fun, but you need to have a vasectomy. Oh, you've had a vasectomy. Oh, that's good. Oh, yeah, let's have sex. Oh, you're riddled with STDs. Oh, that's an issue.
He's good. But tubal ligation is like, that's why that should never be done. The men should have responsibility.
Look at Julia. She's like, this is going nowhere.
Vasectomy is such a minor surgery.
Yeah,
It
but
works
if you
so
like
well.
would have a boyfriend for like a couple of
You
weeks or a month.
you gotta have the right guys then, Julia. But again, you're young, 16.
So that's his advice there. You've got to fuck the right guys, which in other words is guys that have had vasectomies. At 16 years old, fuck me, Harley, do not be advising 16-year-old boys to be having vasectomies. Unless there's a medical reason or you're psychotically deranged or... What did they do in Australia back in the day? It's not euthanasia. Eugenics? They did that in Germany as well, I think. Oh! Yeah, eugenics. Where I think they would like forced sterilized people who were idiots or criminals and stuff like that. I think that's why Harley had his, what do you call it? His vasectomy. It was forced sterilization by the government because they're like, this person is not allowed to breed.
That guys right now. Just focus on building up yourself. Focus on finding yourself.
But what do you think about using condoms every now and then? For example, if
Every
you have a
now and
one-night stand or something.
Like, I think you want to use safe sex contraception every time, not now and then.
Oh, thank fuck, Harley. Thank fuck. You actually had some actual advice there. Oh my god, thank God that he said that, because otherwise, if he hadn't, oh my god, that would have been the worst thing in the world. Yeah, okay. Thank fuck he gave some actual advice to a 16-year-old to actually use condoms all the time. Oh, thank fuck.
Having babies.
But what you can see there straight away is that there's a bit of the confusion there. So the girl's like 16 years old. Even at 16 years old, you may think you know everything, but unfortunately, there's lots of things where you're a little bit misguided on. Misconfused on, whatever. Misinformed. That's where we're done. And there she's maybe the thought that she thought that if guys have vasectomies, we don't need to use condoms. That I think that's some of the teen girls that are listening to Harley and Freely. They may be thinking that because they're mishearing. It may not be the actual words that Freely and Harley are saying. They may just be mishearing what's actually being said.
And what about what if the guy says like, what if I don't stay with you for life and then I want to have kids in the future?
Why are you having sex with someone like that? Like, it's just a bit.
Why are you having sex with somebody like that? Not everybody at the age of 16 are 100% sure that they're wanting to stay with somebody and have children with them. Quite a lot of people like to adventure and... Harley, why the fuck is anyone asking Harley advice on this? He's in, like, you can tell he's in very much an abuse... How do I not get into trouble here? He's in a relationship where he's very much the dominant party. And he just cannot see it from a girl's point of view. He has no empathy here. So he's just like, yeah, you just got to do it for yourself. Fuck all the men. Or I'm trying to think of words which don't involve sex to say, don't listen to all the other men. My vocabulary sucks.
Like, I think you want to use safe sex contraception every time, not now and then. Unless you're having babies by the time you're 18.
And what about what if the guy says like, what if I don't stay with you for life and then I want to have kids in the future?
Why are you having sex with someone like that? Like, it's just a bit, mate. You know, like, you gotta have standards, you gotta have filters. Otherwise...
So what is the standard? What is the filters there? It's got to be somebody that wants to stay with you for life. Yeah, that's likely to happen.
Unfiltered. Diluted. Just stand up and just say this is how it is, take it away. Simple as that.
So another question, I know I asked Harley about this in private, but I talk about this on camera because so many people maybe have issues with this, and I'm kind of the person who is really getting excited pretty easily. I overstress about things and then
because you have Olympic level genetics.
Look at, she instantly gets ultra pissed off because Harley just doesn't fucking listen as usual. So she's in the middle of a question and Harley spouts out his normal bullshit. He's like, oh, that's because you have Olympic levels of stuff. You're an Olympic athlete. She's like, fuck off. Okay, I know these are compliments, but you're not fucking listening. One of the biggest compliments you can give a 16-year-old girl is listening to them, Harley. Maybe start with that, and you might keep her in your little harem. But at the moment, you can see she got instantly pissed off and she's like shaking her hands. I wouldn't be surprised if she stamps her feet next. Maybe then pulls her hair. Let's hear this good. Let's listen to that again.
It's really getting anxiety pretty easily. I overstress about things, and then I
Because you have
find
Olympic
myself
level genetics. 100%.
I always tell people in the past to just like harden the fuck up and harden the fuck up to get over anxiety and depression, but sometimes it's very hard for me to do the same. Like when I'm on the same position, I just find myself forgetting all of this, and ever say like, oh my god, I just can't just harden the fuck up. And why do you think that even people like me who just eat the right amount of carbohydrates and even right by like not that much, but like twice every 2 days, get anxiety and depression?
Because you need to do more.
I'm really feeling sorry for Julia here. So she is saying, she effectively just said she has anxiety and depression. She effectively just said that she presents herself online with a different personality than what she actually really feels. She is using a mask, as it were, to cover up her internal anxiety and depression. So this is a question that she's already said to Harley. So Harley's had time to think about what she asked here, and his advice here is you need to cycle more. I think that's as far as it went. So if you listen to her again, so what she's actually saying is like, I tell people to be tough and carb up and harden the fuck up, but actually, even though that's my advice, I'm a little 16-year-old girl that has anxiety and depression. And instead of giving good advice, some way to motivate someone, some way to help somebody out with their... depression is a mental illness. It's beyond sadness and a bad mood. Depression is something which you can't control. Sometimes. And medication and exercise definitely do help. However, it's not a case of, hey, going for a jog at the weekend makes you feel better, to, you've got to cycle 100 kilometers every week, otherwise you're going to have total depression. You're like, yeah, I broke my leg the other day, I can't do any of that. Oh my god, I'm going to have depression, be 180 kilograms and kill myself. It's a dangerous diet. It's a fucking dangerous advice when the diet that you tell people to follow is so demanding that you require to do so much exercise that if you don't do it, you will get depression and kill yourself. It's like, do our diet. And when you're on it, if you don't do this ridiculous amounts of exercise, you will kill yourself. You're like, I don't think I'll go on that diet from the start. I think I'll hold off a little bit. Okay, so let's hear Harley's advice.
Find myself forgetting all of this, and ever say like, oh my god, I just can't just harden the fuck up. And why do you think that even people like me who just eat the right amount of carbohydrates and even right by like not that much, but like twice every 2 days, get anxiety and depression?
Because you need to do more. Because you can handle more. Just give me a high five for me. The heart.
Right. So then this is the high five moment. Like, what is this? So she's like, even though I'm telling everyone all this advice, sometimes I can't follow it, and he's like, give me a high five. and what? What is it? So this is exactly pretty much the same as the distraction that he did before. Like before, earlier in the video, he did the thing like, oh, you've got energy. Oh, did you feel that? I can feel her chi and her chakra, blah, 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 blah. Wow, she's got energy. And she's just like, what was my question again? So here she said, why do I still have anxiety and depression? He's like, give me a high five. And she's like, oh yeah, high five. Okay, I'll give you a high five. I'll give you another high five. And then he's like, yeah, cool. Okay, yeah, so you need to do more high fives. That'll make you less depressed. Cool. And she's just like, that didn't fucking answer any of my questions. Let's see this. So this is a bit weird.
Hard. Harder.
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 Harder, Julia.
Come on, hit go again, one more time. Hit it.
That's why we can.
Yeah, with a strong hand.
So that's just a little bit embarrassing on both parties here. One, Harley telling a 16-year-old girl to hit him harder, and Julia having terrible high-fiving skills.
Well, one more hard time.
Or like, she does the drum roll beforehand. She's like, ooh, high five. And, if only, look at this point. If only she turns that slapping hand into a fist and just moves it a couple of inches to the side and then follows through. Please. Can we do this in slow motion? Is there an option to do this normal speed? Quarter speed. Please, slow motion into his face. Oh, damn, missed it.
Yes!
And then she's like, ow. Right, back to normal speed. Play.
That's what I'm talking about, man. That's good. But how do you feel now? Do you feel like more chill?
She's like, she's properly fucked her hand. She's like, this is gonna hurt.
So you made your wrist work, it's alright, it's not broken. But how do you feel though? Like, you feel like...
That was so close to punching him in the face again. She was going for the drop punch. Yeah, she looks so happy. Look at her face going, She's almost in tears. She's almost in tears because she's hit him so hard. Only it was his face.
Not really anxious, but
That's exercise. That's like getting it out of your system.
So she tried to say, yeah, I'm not really feeling anxious, but I'm, so instead of just saying, yeah, but I'm still a little bit depressed and this isn't answering my question, Harley instantly interrupts her and says, see, look, yeah, you're not anxious anymore. Boom, we've fixed you. Instantly, all you need to do is high fives. Let's just see that embarrassing moment again.
You feel though? Like, you feel anxious right now?
Not really anxious, but
That's exercise. That's like getting it out of your system. Yeah.
Like,
See that power, man?
The smile too.
16, bro. 16.
The smile too.
People, I've
She's
trained
happy
Lance
now.
Armstrong,
She's
John Cadell, I've trained all the world's fastest cyclists.
Harley, when you say you've trained with all the world's fastest cyclists, have you really? Can we see that on your comment section? An Olympic athlete just kind of giving you the... Can we get a testimonial video? That Harley, instead of just doing videos with 16-year-old girls asking for advice about contraception, how about you get one of these Olympic athletes or world's fastest cyclists that you've trained with, because they must be bestest buddies with you. Let's get a video with one of them, do an interview, even if it's like over the phone or something, or maybe an email, yeah, because you can't fake those. But yeah, like if you've trained with the world's best, they must think you're great. But if you're talking about you've seen the world's best cycling near where you live, and then you've pedalled up to catch up with them while they're just on a morning warm-up training run, and you've like gone, hey, I've cycled past the world's fastest, and they've just said, yeah, who are you, go away. That's not really training with the world. Like, you have trained at the same place. Like, I used to do skiing, and I could say I was doing some ski race training in a place called Zell am See in Austria. Oh, the most beautiful place in the whole entire world. Zell am See? Zell. Starts with Z. Look it up in the dictionary. And at the same time, the British downhill ski champions were training there at the same time. So I could say I have trained with, because I was on the same mountain, on the same slope at one point, with the world's best downhill ski champions. Yep. That's the kind of bullshit that you're talking about here. No, you haven't, Harley. No, you haven't. Harley's bullshit level, bullshit monitor, reaching max. Did he actually even say he has trained some of the world's best? I don't think he did. I think he just said, I've trained with.
The smile too.
16, bro. 16.
The smile too.
People, I've
She's
trained
happy
Lance
now.
Armstrong, Cadell, I've trained all the world's fastest cyclists. I've ridden with Julia, and I've seen her do crazy shit, next level shit, just genetic. Just
That is crazy.
just doing.
So like instant. We're not talking about why you have anxiety and depression and why you can't actually follow the guidelines of harden the fuck up, curb the fuck up that we give you to tell everyone else. But let's just go to a different point of just going, yeah, I train with cyclists and she's got loads of energy. Like, total bullshit here. Like, not helping.
Because I don't want you to do it again because you'll hurt yourself. But I'm just
The
saying.
split.
No. Just, don't answer the question. That's the question.
I don't do the split.
Don't interrupt, Daddy. But I'm saying.
Oh, that's the bit. 9:42. That needs to go into half speed. What does Harley say here? Let's get volume up. Volume up.
And I was seeing her do crazy shit, next level shit, just genetic.
And she's just like, what's crazy shit? She's like, I did this. I can do the splits. Is that why you think I'm an Olympic athlete? I think she's like going, what bullshit are you saying here just now?
Just
That is crazy.
Just doing. Look, I don't want to tell you because I don't want you to do it again. Because you.
I don't want to tell you because I don't want you to do it again because you'll hurt yourself. Don't know, like, he's just talking shit here. And like Julia herself is just going, like, what? Like when I did the splits?
So, but I'm just saying.
Split.
No. Don't answer the question. That's great.
I don't do the split.
Don't interrupt, Daddy.
Oh, guys, that was so repulsive and so horrific. I need a team hug. Can we have a team hug? Come on, guys. Come on. Let's sort it out. Sort it out. Oh my god, that was so horrible. Oh, I'm sorry you had to hear that, guys. You're my team. You're my bros. You're helping me out here. I can't do this on my own, guys. Can't do it on my own. I need you as a trio. Come on, guys. You guys work it out, because I need you as my Bower bunch to help me get through this shit, because I can't deal with this shit just now. That is just so... Just... Fucking... Yeah. Harley, you're... Like, there's a word. Egomaniac. I'll leave that conversation there. It's just it's like... There's no way he can control himself at any point. He is just so full of... Did he actually fucking say that? Don't interrupt Daddy. It's utter cringe and repulsion and just God. Ugh.
What I'm saying is that
Are you trying to copy us?
you just saw the next level stuff, man. So that's what you got to do, Julia, is chill and train.
Train your body
and
every
chill.
single
So,
day.
train and chill.
Mm.
We're meant to move.
What do you got to do?
No, what?
Train and chill.
Mm.
So after me, train and chill.
Oh dear, there's almost a chant going on now. Copy what I say. Trust me and trust me only. Say what I say. Say what I say. What did I just say? Say it again. It's also a kind of thing where you might say that to a toddler. Did you do a bad thing? No. Did you do a bad thing? No. Tell me you did a bad thing. Okay, I did a bad thing. Tell me that you did it again. Are you sorry? I'm sorry. Say you're sorry. I'm sorry. He is getting her to parrot, that's the word, parrot what he's saying, and that instills a level of obedience. So she's under pressure to say exactly what he's just said, and after a while he's like getting the feeling of, brilliant, she's saying what I'm saying, she believes what I'm saying. If you say something, sometimes you believe it. And he hopes that by her parroting what he says, she will believe it.
Train and chill, man. Chill and train.
And what do you think about this training thing? Because I know that you can...
It didn't work. It didn't work. So she was just like, that's yeah, whatever.
Train and chill. So after me, train and chill.
Train and chill.
Train and chill, man. Chill and train.
And what do you think about this training thing? Because I know that you cannot, from my opinion, you need to have sustainable, because Freely got to the level where she is now in 8 years of training. and I cannot get to her
Freddie
level.
could have got there a lot quicker if she listened to me earlier. Freddie's
Oh, here's the... I can make you better, quicker, faster, earlier. So here he's saying... He's giving the idea that he's actually better than what he actually is because the people don't listen to him. If all you do is listen to him, then you'll be the most amazing person in the whole entire world. So let's hear him. I think he calls out Freely as being burnt out. Burnt out 27-year-old or something?
but she was very, like me, headstrong and didn't really listen to what I said. She would debate us. And I'd be
But you need like build up pretty slowly because you.
nah,
it
not
was a
cycling,
quick
not with
fix.
cycling. It was running, yeah, but not with cycling. Cycling's no impact. You just basically ride until you have knee tendonitis and then back it off. You ride. And now with the triple ring on your bike, the easy gearing, you just ride.
Good bike fit.
And you go to bed early. That's what you do. You look
Do you
after
think
yourself.
you
Freddie could have gotten her results in 1 year. Didn't have to take 8 years.
Look at that. Like, she was trying to go for another question, and he's like, I could have made her amazing if you listen to me. Listen to me. So she's trying to just kind of go, you're just talking pish.
When you buy the easy gearing, you just ride.
Good bike fit.
And you go to bed early.
Yeah, so that bed early is utter basic shit. And she already is like, yeah, I know that. I know your basic stuff. This is of no benefit to me whatsoever. I know this already. Can we get to actual advice here?
You do. You look
Do you
after
think
yourself. Freddie could have gotten her results in 1 year. Didn't have to take 8 years. 1 year, definitely.
What do you think she made? Which made her result back up? Like which put her back?
Partly my coaching at the start. My coaching was wrong back in 2008.
Oh, there's hard. Now this is an admission. Self-critiquing here, but self-critiquing in a way that you compliment yourself. So yeah, I wasn't totally amazing in the past, but now I am. Dear.
Hard, and then she stopped. You know, I didn't understand that when you're training with women or noobs, that the guidance is more. You gotta be more gentle, not aggressive.
So, no aggressive. Oh, is this a pirate Harley? Is he going to say, do you want to kiss me? Do you want to kiss me? Oh, I'm Harley. So Harley says, oh, you've got to be careful with girls. Oh, girls and noobs. Ooh, do you want to kiss me? So Harley here, in his pirate voice, is... Look at the two of them. Look at them. And a pirate. He's fully saying, yeah, when you're training girls and noobs, you've got to take it more slowly. Julia here then goes, so should I take it more slowly? No, because you're not a girl or a noob. Oh wait, you are. Then he's like, yeah, but you're a teenager, so you can totally do everything already.
So I fucked up there. So that delayed her progress. So I take responsibility for that. But I would say now, if you got someone who was 73 kilos and they wanted to get down to 52 kilos like Freely, it only take a year. If I was training, if I'm living every day, they don't question what I say.
Oh, that's a good one. Don't question what I say. Yeah, never question. Never. Don't even have questions. Just listen to what I say. Do what I do. What's that? To get the best results, you need to go on your knees right in front of me. Now, try this out. Pull down the... Right, I'm not going to go there.
Do it 1 year.
And
hold that forever.
so you say that you push freely over, but like for telling me to go every single day on the mountain, just like 2-3 hours of.
But go easy. You can do it, bro. But you're 16. Freely was 27, man. She's been on heaps of drugs and all sorts. You're 16, bro. Like your ability for workload is a lot more than someone who's 27 and burnt out.
So here he tells us that Freely was on loads of drugs and burnt out, and a girl and a noob. So he should have made her train less or something like that. Meanwhile, she look at her face again. She's like, "Oh, bullshit! Are you talking to me like a pirate?" And she's like, "Okay, so should I take it easy because I'm totally overweight? I have possible heart disease issues with the triglycerides that are running through my body." And he's like, "No, you've got to do more training every day, but do it more slowly and relaxed. Yeah, just take it easy."
So yeah, you're only 16. So yeah, very good.
So you think if I would start to just go up the mountain and then I just can't?
What did I tell you a month ago? You just can't. I mean, you just can't. You do.
I mean,
you just do. You just go.
My legs are just hurting.
You just put.
Here's something which okay, get ready for me here. Get ready for me. Get ready for this bit where I agree with Harley. Dun, 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 dun. So effectively, he's gone. We're not having sex advice anymore. We're not having contraception advice. We're not having advice about depression or anxiety. Here, we're getting on to training advice. So here, I would say he has some advice, which I would agree with. And one of the things he's saying is to train every day. And I would say that is something to do if you want to definitely get better. I've even done that with weightlifting. I did a thing where you do squats every day, and what you do every day, you work up to a maximum weight, do the maximum single rep that you can do, and then walk away. You do it without any caffeine, you don't take any coffee or stimulants beforehand, and then each day you just go in, lots of warm-ups, up to your max, warm down, stretches, and then go. I did that with bench, and I managed to increase my bench press from about 70 kilograms up to 120. With the squats, I went from, it was about 95 up to 130. And that was in like a month. And what happens is the first week, your performance plummets and it drops. And then slowly but surely, it starts to increase. And I would say it's possibly the same with cardiovascular exercise. Doing it every day is something which can be beneficial. Maybe not doing a high intensity interval training unless you're doing that as a short bout, as in you do HIIT training, so you have maybe like a 20-minute warm-up, then 10 to 12 minutes of HIIT training, high intensity interval training. So if it's on a cycling machine, you're going balls to the wall for 30 seconds, slow down for a minute. 30 seconds going mental, slow down for a minute. Doing that for, you couldn't do it for 12 minutes, but you do maybe 3 different exercises. Cycling, maybe on the running machine, maybe doing something else. And then doing another 20 minutes warm down, maybe a sauna, jacuzzi, hot shower kind of thing afterwards. And yeah, you can definitely get monumental benefits in your fitness, in your strength, and all that stuff from doing stuff every day. But there is ways of doing it, because like if you just go in and do like massive workout every day, it's not going to work out. It has to be very well controlled, which if I was giving advice, it's something that's where you need something like an actual strength coach or a actual personal trainer to advise you on the intensity and the quantity of the training that you're doing almost individually each day. So and the biggest claim of going, oh, but my muscles are sore, means nothing. That's something, and sometimes one of the best ways to get rid of sore muscles is by doing the exercise again. That's one of the advice of squats with bodybuilding, is DOMS, delayed onset of muscle soreness. One of the best ways to counteract the effect of DOMS, where like maybe not necessarily just the next day, but like 2 days later you're like, oh, I can't walk, is by very soon after doing the exercise, like the day, or usually after sleep, is to do the same exercise again, but maybe at a lower intensity, just working out all the lactic acid, and somebody was saying it's like calcium build-up in the muscles or the actual muscle cells and all that kind of thing. Calcium ions causing muscle soreness and affecting the nerve sensors. Can't remember, there's a while ago that I did it all. Yeah, doing it over and over is a great thing. So let's hear where this is the point where I agree with Harley.
Yeah, you just drop it down a bit. You just go a bit slower. Enjoy the view.
And I agree. Yeah, drop it down a bit. Enjoy the view. That's the thing with me and my running. When I was able to do it, is I could go fast and hard and try and race and get fastest times, or I could just go and enjoy the countryside. Go jog around the hills, take my time, save a snail, hydrate a spider, stuff like that. Get high from putting something in the bin. I would actually run around the Pentland Hills, pick up litter that was around there, and try and find one of the bins located around the place. So it would be a couple of times where I'd be running along with like a crushed can in one hand and a packet of crisps in another hand, and everyone's like, is this guy running with crisps and beer cans. What the hell? It's like, no, I've just picked up rubbish kind of stuff. Because I get high on that. No, it's just when you're in nature, you want your nature to be nice and clean and tidy. And if all it means is pick it up, put it in a bin, then that's you happy and done. But yeah, gotta hydrate the spiders.
Why not? Do you have legs? Are you in a wheelchair?
No.
Then fucking do it. Do it for people in wheelchairs, man. And have fun. You don't have to stress yourself about it. Just cruise out, enjoy this. Pick up, see some snails, get some snail credit. Pick the snails up and throw.
Oh, he even said get some snail credits. Well done, vegan Sheeta. You got that there. Well done.
But for me, it's still, if I go the slowest gear, the lowest gear is still struggling. So I'm not at the level where
that's
I
just in your head. You're okay. You have to hit struggle town to get to Gainstown, yeah? So just roll with it, man.
Yeah.
A month of struggle.
You need to hit Struggle Town to get to Gainstown. I'm kind of with him on that. Yeah.
Will be the catalyst for positive change.
Yeah. And what do you think? Would be your biggest fit in how to get, like, despite for training every day? How would you get fitness advice to people who are overweight like myself and other people who are just like very overweight?
You're not overweight. You're yet to get fitter. You're getting fitter. You have to.
Again, I'm liking that phrase. You're getting fitter. And one of the things I'd advise a lot of people is fitness is far more important. Fitness and strength is far more important than body weight. Being overweight but fit is far more healthy than being underweight and not fit. Fitness is one of the best things. Like having, like you can, like what was it? Have any of you watched UFC 2? Ultimate Fighting Championship, back in the day when there were no rounds and there were no rules apart from eye gouging, I think. There was a sumo wrestler, a guy who was 500 pounds, doing UFC, fit as fuck, like sweating and everything, all that. But you kind of look at that and go, how is this person even able to breathe? But the fact is, he was fit. He did die later of heart disease because he was obviously morbidly obese. But it is kind of a show that there's been a few TV programs that I've watched where it's like, it doesn't matter if you're fat as long as you're fit. Or if you are worried about your health and you are fat, just try and get a little bit fit. But what I would say is that getting fit to the point where, hey, I can gently jog a 5K, 5-kilometer jog. Hey, I can do that. That's an amazing level of fitness. Going to the point where, hey, I can do it in 20 minutes. Ooh, 19 minutes. Ooh, 18 minutes. Doesn't give you additional health benefits. Just getting a little bit fit, 100% health benefits. Getting super duper ultra fit, some of those health benefits start to drop and it's not so great. So yeah, what would we say? Yeah, you are yet to get fit. I think that's a great advice.
Is actually, you have to change your identity. You don't say I'm overweight. You say I'm getting fitter. What would you recommend to athletes like myself who are getting more involved in sport? I would say go and train daily. Don't say I'm overweight or no. What would you recommend to people who are athletes like myself, like you are, like you just demonstrated again and again, to get better? That's the focus. So it shifts the focus.
Mm-hmm.
An athlete.
Oh God, right. When it gets to the point where I'm agreeing with Harley, I think it's time to finish the video. So yeah, in terms of training mottos, I would say, yeah, there's some stuff that Harley can say. I would say if you want to actually get any advice from Harley, subscribe to one of his like cycling channels or some crap like that. He's got cycling, he's got a running channel and all that kind of stuff. That is where I'd say, yeah, good advice. As I say, I don't think Harley gives necessarily bad fitness advice, is maybe not that great advice, or it can be better tailored to individual people. However, when people start asking him about contraception, reasons for depression, and what was the other thing she asked? Contraception, reasons for depression, having boyfriends, vasectomies. Yeah, I wouldn't go there. I wouldn't go there. I would just ask Harley about cycling tips. Anything else? Utter nonsense. Or even asking, why is the diet shit? Why is the diet not working? You're not going to get an answer. You're just going to get him going, oh, you're amazing. You are an Olympic athlete. Oh, your hormones and genetics. And because of something you did years ago, you starved yourself. Now you're fat. Obviously, not because of our diet. Monumental bullshit. So yeah, sorry, that was part 2. The rest of it's all kind of cycling advice, and I say, yeah, that's all fine, but do not ask Harley for sex tips. Right, guys, are we off? Are we done? We done? Can we have a final group hug? Should we do it with the lightsaber? Zoom, zoom. If you want to see what this is a power blade to lighten me up. It might be quite good for. Ooh, if I had it like above my computer. A bit too bright. But yeah, if you want something like this, I've got this on my Amazon account. I'll put a link to it down below if you want to see it. It was fun for Logie. It's effectively just LED lights, which you can increase the intensity of. See that? Zoom, zoom, zoom. Freaking heck, that's bright. And you can also make it do strobe lights. So that's great when you're in a nightclub. Or you can also make it do SOS. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's SOS. If you're like, oh, I need saved if you're up a mountain or something. The next one is just like slow strobe. And then back to normal. So yeah, it's kind of cool like that. So yeah, right guys. Are you good? You good? Group hug! Ah, yeah.